Birdman! Wake up! Come with me. We don't got much time. You transfer out tomorrow, right? Well, this is your last chance to get your camera back. Come on.
A prisoner of war, a phrase I'd never have understood back home in Canada. But there I was, 4 months into a stretch, at the pleasure of the German army. I was to be transferred out to the country. I'll never forget that last day. They'd taken my notebook, my camera. This was my last chance to get them back.
Come on, Harry. So, on cleaning duty this morning, I went through all their cupboards. I got your camera, your notebook, and anything else with your name on. I stashed it all together. It's ready to go. Listen, I'm on a break, but they got me cleaning the guard block again. You know what that means? Today's the day, Birdman. Shift starts again soon, and there's only one guard right now. Come on. Come on, Harry. Come on, Harry. Okay, Birdman, time to do your thing. Wait until I'm inside. You distract the Fritz, and I'll get your stuff. I'll meet you out back. I've already stashed your things. I just need a distraction, like we discussed, right?
Komm rein, Julian. Blöde Gefangene. Jemand sollte sie alle erschießen. Alle.
Come here. Hurry, quick. Here's your stuff. Go hide it in your bunk before anyone sees.
I had to hide them. A stack of letters, months worth. The guards have been holding all of our mail. Now you'd think, that many letters from Julia, I'd have torn them open. But if I got caught, I'd never get out. I had to hide them. It was torture.
So damn hungry.
I'd also forgotten that Kurt had given me his address, back in Vimy. He lived on a farm, and I was due to be transferred out to the country. It gave me an idea, and I knew just the man who could help.
Yes.
Dear Katrin, 4 months of asking and still they do not grant my leave. All that is left is my duty now. I wake some mornings forgetting why I came here in the first place. The only thing that keeps me going, the only light I see are these letters home to you. and our darling daughter. The weather here has turned a lot colder. I ride surrounded by snow. Please tell Lucy.
So I had Kurt's address, and was to be transferred to the country the next day. If anyone knew how to change a movement order, it would be my friend Julian.
Change the address on your movement orders? Impossible. You're crazy. You can try, but it's your funeral, Birdman. Follow me. Right in the cabinet at the back. But that's the officers' quarters. You're not getting in there without a damn good distraction.
Soccer. I hadn't played since I was at school. I hated sports. I was never any good at them. But, for my plan, I didn't need to be.
Well, no more football for us. Our ball's stuck on the roof.
I can't believe it, Harry. Thank you so much. You want to play? Come on.
Okay, wait until I'm ready, and then shoot!
One lucky kick was all I needed, and I got it. That ball was my way in.
Was soll das? Hier liegt überall Glas. Ah, schon wieder dieser dämliche Ball.
Jeden Tag immer das Gleiche. Verfluchter Krieg.
I was on the train before I had the chance to finally read Julia's letters. I was so distracted. I didn't even care if I was going to Kurt's farm or not. My heart was pounding.
Dear Harry, thank you for all the wonderful photos you send to me. received no reply from my last letter. Please write back. My dearest Harry, I will not believe harm has come to you. I cannot bear the thought of a world without you in it. I love you, Julia.
And for the first time, those letters carried the scent of her sweet, sweet perfume. I had to get home.
It had been nearly a year since I had seen my home, since I had seen my family. I could not sleep. At home, I dreamt of war. At war, I dreamt of home.
I wasn't going home. Not yet, anyway. But I did have my camera back. To most on the Allied side, Germany was a machine, efficient and relentless. But there were people starving on that train, people that needed help.
Ich habe solchen Hunger.
Hast in diesem Wagen nichts verloren, Gefangener? Raus hier!
Geh weg! Was ist?
Remember a carriage of wounded German soldiers. Some gestured to me for food. I wasn't the hero Julia thought I was. I couldn't help these people. But I could take photos. One day, I thought, when I'm back in Canada, I'll show people what happened.
So lasse ich mich nicht fotografieren.
You know, they let the prisoners walk around, as long as we don't cause trouble.
And as I took those photos, I wondered, had my plan to get to Kurt's farm even worked?
I had 10 days at home and barely knew where to begin. I knew only that Lucy needed me. I could not even bring myself to enter my son's room.
Darf ich etwas Brot haben, Papa? Wo ist mein Bruder, Papa? Hast du ihn gefunden? Mama sagt, du erzählst nicht gerne vom Krieg. Warum, Papa? Mama sagt, wir haben nichts zu essen, weil Krieg ist. Warum braucht der Krieg das ganze Essen, Papa? Hat Lotti dir im Krieg geholfen, Papa? Ist Lotti eine deutsche Katze, Papa? Was hat sie in Frankreich gemacht? Meinst du, ich kann auch mal in den Krieg? Ich will kein Messer, Papa! Ich will auch gegen den Feind kämpfen. Wie du! Ich möchte eine große Scheibe, Papa.
Es tut mir leid, Liebes. Dieses Stück Brot muss lange reichen.
Ich hab solchen Hunger. Hunger, Papa. Mama hat gesagt, du hättest im Schlaf geschrien. Ist alles in Ordnung? Wenn wir den Krieg gewinnen, gibt es dann wieder Essen? Danke, Papa. Du hast mir gefehlt.
Guten Morgen, Kurt. Ich habe Dr. Siegfrieds Stethoskop aus dem Dorf mitgebracht. Für Luzi. Luzi, hast du dein Brot gegessen? Wir brauchen Feuerholz, Kurt. Oh, wir brauchen frisches Wasser aus dem Brunnen, Kurt. Holst du bitte etwas?
Things were different at home. Weird. We have all changed up here. Maybe it was Lucy's illness. Maybe it was the war. But I never mentioned Max, for I could not speak of my failure. I did what I could, but we remained hungry.
I remember that little girl so clearly. She was alone, and she was hungry. I couldn't just leave her. Maybe the adults on board could spare a little food.
Man hört so einiges. Alles Mörder. Ob es im Dorf wohl mehr Lebensmittel gibt? Ja, ich habe Gläser gefunden aus einer Kochmaschine aufstellen. Wir könnten daraus Ghetto kochen. Vielleicht reicht die Sache für alle.
Mörder! Hau ab!
Whoever that chocolate belonged to, they'd be happy to feed a starving child. Or that's what I told myself anyway.
Hör mal, aber sag's nicht weiter. Ich habe etwas Fleisch versteckt. Hast du es dabei?
Was machst du hier? Schokolade? Hey, was für Schokolade? So? Geh weg! Was? Danke. Ich habe aber nichts, was ich dir geben könnte. Was ist los?
Schokolade. Schokolade. Was für ein Luxus. Danke. Vielen Dank.
Mörder, du hast hier nichts verloren. Raus hier!
Oh, danke für die Schokolade.
And for some reason, it reminded me of the man whose life I accidentally sent Allied intelligence to. The German and his cat.
Lauf, auf. Kätzchen. Kätzchen.
Wie ich sehe, fühlst du dich schon wie zu Hause. Du bist hier immer willkommen, aber geh nicht in mein Bett.
Hier, Lotti. Was machst du hier, Lotti? Hier, Kätzchen. Lotti. Komm hierher.
I did what I could, but Lucy remained ill. I wish I knew how to help my little girl. I came home to see my wife and my daughter, to spend time with my family, and yet none of us spoke. I thought I could come home from the war. I thought I could leave it behind. But I understand now, Katrin, and I'm sorry. I can never leave the war behind. The war follows me wherever I go.
Sure enough, I found myself on Kurt's doorstep. I didn't know how he'd react. It's one thing being friends with the enemy in a tunnel underground, but another being friends out in the open. I needn't have worried, though. Kurt and his family were kind to me. They took me in, gave me a bed to sleep in, cooked me meals. In return, I helped out on the farm and did what I could around the house. A few days later, Kurt took me to a nearby village. There were things his family needed. Lucy, his daughter, was sick. And Germany was struggling to feed itself by that time. Everyone was hungry.
So while Harry looked for food, I looked for medicine for Lucy.
Wir nehmen heute keine Patienten auf.
Ich halte es nicht mehr aus. Ich kann nicht mehr.
Mit dir spielen wir nicht mehr, Kurt. Du bist einfach zu gut.
Kein Kämpfen mehr. Keine Waffen. Bitte, lieber Gott.
Entschuldigung. Mama hat gesagt, kein Essen ohne Marke.
Die finden das gar nicht komisch, wenn man hier reingeht. Glaub's mir.
Hey Kurt, geht's dir gut? Du weißt doch, du kannst hier nicht rein.
Kurt trusted me with one of his ration tickets, but people weren't too friendly.
Hey.
Eine Essensmarke? Wir haben noch ein Leib. Nur für Sie.
I finally found a loaf of bread. Food for Kurt's family. I couldn't believe Kurt still had that cat. She was a funny little creature. You could often see her on the rooftops, chasing birds, I guess.
Die Kopfwunde meines Sohnes. Er sieht so anders aus. Dr. Siegfried hat sein Bestes getan. Aber mein Sohn kann in keinen Spiegel sehen. Vielleicht kann der Doktor Luzi helfen. Hast du ihn gefragt?
Moment, ich komme schon. Moment, ich komme schon.
Ich kann nicht glauben, dass von meinem Sohn nur noch eine Uniform bleibt. Ich kann nicht glauben, dass von meinem Sohn nur noch eine Uniform bleibt.
Alles kommt wieder in Ordnung.
Hey, Kurt. Schön, dich zu sehen. Heute ist mein letzter Tag. Morgen muss ich zurück. Henriette hat mir von meinem Bruder erzählt. Unfassbar, dass er nicht mehr da ist. Jetzt mache ich mir nur noch Sorgen um meine Familie. Wir schaffen das doch, oder?
Kurt, ich habe das von Dr. Siegfrieds Jung und Klaus Bruder gehört. So viel Leid, so wenig Freude. Wann ist das alles denn endlich vorbei? Hoffentlich bringst du mir eines Tages gute Neuigkeiten über meinen Gregor.
Warum hat er zu? Er hätte längst öffnen müssen.
Kurt, wie schön, dich wiederzusehen. Dieser Krieg. Nicht einfach, ne? Zumindest wurde Jonas anständig begraben. Dank dir, Kurt. Jonas hat uns vielleicht verlassen, aber deine Tochter ist noch bei uns. Diese Pflanze könnte helfen. Koch sie in Wasser und gib Luzi den Sud zu trinken. Entschuldige mich, Kurt. Ich möchte allein sein. Viel Glück, mein Freund.
Now I could take care of Luzi. I could work on my plan for Harry.
It was then Kurt showed me his plan. Seemed like he wanted to build a balloon. At the time, I had no idea why. A real hot air balloon. and he wanted my help.
Komm mit, Harry.
I sure hoped Kurt knew what he was doing.
Was gefunden?
Hey, was soll das denn werden? Hey, was soll das denn werden? Ich mache Pause. All das hier aufzuräumen ist harte Arbeit. Keine Sorge, Kurt. Das schaffe ich schon allein.
In Ordnung.
Mörder, hau ab! Du bist hier nicht willkommen. Verschwinde!
Moment, ich komme schon.
Du Bestie, weg!
Hey, Fremder. Was soll das mit dem Vogel? Dein Vogel liebt wohl Nachbars Wäsche.
The inn opened its doors to the public. I knew Kurt was looking for a barrel. This was good timing. But would they let me in? I was the enemy after all.
Kurt, ich habe Klaus das von seinem... Jetzt ist er völlig verzweifelt. Aber ich danke dir, Kurt, dass du uns die Wahrheit gesagt hast.
Hey, Kurt. Henriette hat mir von meinem... Jetzt mache ich mir nur noch Sorgen um meine Familie. Wir schaffen das doch, oder?
Er kommt nie wieder. Er ist für immer fort.
Du hast hier nichts verloren. Raus hier!
Hey Kurt, geht's dir gut? Du weißt doch, du kannst hier nicht rein. Schön, dich wiederzusehen, Kurt. Ich hoffe, Luzi geht's besser. Ich habe das von deiner kleinen Luzi gehört, Kurt. Hoffentlich geht's ihr bald besser.
The innkeeper sure seemed good at talking, and Kurt gave him someone to talk to. The perfect distraction.
Ich geht's dir bald besser. Der Sohn eines Mannes in Dornham war auch krank.
Was machst du hier? Raus hier!
Das heißt, er hätte Hunderte abgeschossen. Die Tommies haben ihn angeblich mit militärischen Ehren bestattet. Gehört sich auch so. Ich mag mir gar nicht vorstellen, wie das so ist, wenn man seine Kinder nicht beschützen kann. In Zeiten wie diesen bin ich froh, dass ich keine Familie habe. Meine Gäste sind meine Familie. Du bist wie mein Bruder, Kurt. Hast du das vom Roten Baron gehört, Kurt? Eine echte Tragödie. Das heißt, er hätte Hunderte abgeschossen. Die Tommies haben ihn angeblich mit militärischen Ehren bestattet. Gehört sich auch so. Wie fühlst du dich? Endlich wieder zu Hause. Es heißt ja, der Krieg hinterlässt unauslöschbare Spuren in jedem Mann. Stimmt das? Du siehst etwas.
Remember, I had no idea what was going on. What use did Kurt have for a balloon? But whatever I said on the long walk home, Kurt's response was always the same. He pointed toward the sky.
So that is what happened, Katrin. I took these things from the village. I made a plan to help the man who I believed to be the hero, to repay my debt for the time he saved my life, and for the time he sent Allied intelligence to help me. I wanted to build a balloon for him. I wanted to send him home, to set him free.
I guess that's because of the stories I was told, you know? To folks back home, he would have been an evil Hun. But he was also a father. He was also a husband. And he was also my friend.
But I was too quick to trust the Canadian, too quick to call him a friend. I see now how foolish I have been. I see now I was wrong.
But Kurt wanted to build a balloon, and I think he meant to build it for me.